Yeah, boys, what's good? So today we're playing Demon Hunter, and I played it yesterday on stream at twitch.tv/MissouriYT. Just had to plug myself real quick, a little bit shameless, I don't care. But yeah, sorry I haven't uploaded in a bit. My power's been out and I've been busy. So if you don't know what Demon Hunter is, basically it is a Demon Slayer game, as you can tell by the name. And if you don't know what Demon Slayer is, then I don't know what to tell you. Just maybe watch it. But this game is a lot different from other Demon Slayer games where it's got like, I mean, a lot of Demon Slayer games are similar, like Project Slayers, even Demon Fall. It's a lot of bandit beating, you know what I mean? Bandit beating, and then you go PvP or something like that, and then you've got like a million moves, stuff like that. It's crazy. In this game, it's a lot different. There is bandit beating, but a lot of the progression is just straight up PvP. If I had to compare it to any other game, it's kind of hard to compare it to anything else, but I mean, there is bandit beating at the start. I can't deny that. I'm just gonna be straight up. Now, you could either bandit beat like through your entire progression, or you could choose to put your stat points in and start PvP questing. But the reason I say this game is a lot different from other ones is because the way demons and humans work is very different than a lot of other games. In this game, demons heal to full in like 2 seconds. So if you hit them, if they're out of combat for like a second, they get all that HP back. Now, if you're playing a demon, your job is to kind of invade a bunch of slayers like while they're doing quests, which is really fucking annoying for me because I'm a slayer. I did have a demon slot previously, and I unlocked all the way to my blood demon art, which it doesn't take that long. It's only like level 30, which takes like maybe an hour. Anyways, demons have this little blood bar thingy, and that will constantly heal them to full as long as they have blood bar. And the slayer's goal, if you're fighting a demon, your job is to basically cut their limbs off and deplete their blood bar until they have 0, they can't heal, and then they just die. So slayers do a lot of damage with their moves, like a lot. And also, all of their moves have auto parry, so that's also a crazy thing. But that's also to balance out the fact that demons can literally just heal to full, and demons have a lot more AoE on their moves, and they can kind of range and stuff like that. So as a demon, you kind of have to play passive against the slayer and kind of wait for them. But slayers either play 2 things, which is limb cutting or burst. And burst is like, you kind of have to constantly pressure them until they die, because for limb cutting, which is what most people go for, if you're really good with burst, it's going to be really easy to kill them. You're going to kill them super fast. But if you're not, then it's going to take a lot longer than if you had limb, because limb just depletes their blood bar so fast, because obviously you're cutting their limbs off, if you couldn't tell from the name. Now that's why I say this game is a lot different, because slayers and demons literally have completely different play styles. You cannot possibly play the same way as a slayer if you're a demon. Now sure, you can still like put pressure on people, you know, in fights and stuff like that, but it's very different in like the way that you play, because demons can kind of worry less about their health and more about just dishing out straight damage. Players can't really regen their HP, so you know, once they're dead, they're dead. There's also a lot of events and stuff that happen in this game, like world events, where you'll do like a quest or something. I haven't participated in it, I just know it exists. And overall, the missions are pretty fun. To me, Demon was really boring without doing PvP quests, because low-key PvP quests just make it more fun. Obviously, it's not fun if you're losing, but that's just my take. The real question here is the game worth 3k Robux? That's $30. That's a lot of money for a Roblox game. Now, if we're to go over all the things that you would want in a game, like gameplay, visuals, I guess community even, fucking combat, all that stuff, I'll just rate them one by one, starting with the visuals, right? Because the visuals is the main thing that you're going to be seeing literally 24/7. Personally, I don't really like the visuals. I'm going to keep it a buck. These visuals look choppy as shit. They look like ABA visuals. I feel like I'm playing a 2019 game when I look at this and I see the most basic buildings I've ever seen in my life. I'm talking about the world, the characters, everything like that. It just looks really low quality, I guess, for 2024. Like, for a game that's released in 2024 on anime Roblox, I'd expect a little bit better, but if the gameplay is good, obviously the visuals kind of don't matter as much, but to each their own. Overall, the map does look kind of dry and desaturated and kind of boring to walk around, I'm gonna be honest. This is exactly why I don't play this game, because I want to walk around for hours. Hell no. This game is very low quality, and I really don't think you should be buying it for the graphics alone. If you like the PvP though, then you should buy it. And since I just talked about PvP, let's just get into that right now. There is parry-based combat, but it's a lot different than what you'd probably be used to. So for example, if somebody was to compare it to like Type Soul or Deepoken, I'd just say you're straight up wrong. Because this game has a lot more block punishment than either of those games. So if you try and block and you miss the parry, you basically just get hit by the next attack. Like you can't dash, you can't stop blocking. It makes you like in a failed block state for an entire second. Now that is the part that I don't like. But other than that, it's kind of M1 based, or I guess also similar to the other two games that I mentioned. But in this game, you can't really range spam or anything like that. You kind of have to be close to them all the time to actually get hits in, which is something I like. I fucking hate range spamming. It's absolutely disgusting. I'm sure there's going to be 1 or 2 builds that actually can range spam in this game, but you know, it's just every game. So the combat is kind of a hit or miss. If you like Deepoken, you might like this, but it is something different. It's not the same thing, so you can't just kind of straight compare the same two things. And if you're really curious about the PvP and you want to know more about it before you buy the game, I suggest looking up some videos and looking up all that stuff before you get it. Anyways, next thing we need to talk about is the progression, right? Progression in this game, I think, is great. The progression does seem pretty good aside from the bandit beating, because there's a lot of things that you need to do beside the bandit beating. And on top of that, there is a lot to grind for and a lot of endgame, which is really good. I do like it, because I don't like unfinished games where it's just PvP at the end. Now basically, to progress in this game, you're going to want to press V on your keyboard, even if you're a Slayer or a Demon, it doesn't matter. Whatever you do, you're just going to want to press V. Either go to the Infinity Castle and talk to Muzan, or you want to use your Crow and just take some travel missions. I really wouldn't say do free roam missions. Everybody just does travel missions, but you can try free roam missions. I've never done it though. But yeah, that's your main way of progressing. And if you're a Slayer, a lot of the times you'll get invaded while you're doing a mission by like a player demon, and they'll try and kill you while you're doing the mission, which is low-key annoying, but it is what it is. So if you have enough stat points in, or if you're like high level and you've got all your points in, then usually you're gonna have a lot of PvP quests. If you don't want to have as many PvP quests, or you just want to have like just straight bandit beating, then I'd recommend to not put any points in, because if you put even like a few points in, you're definitely gonna get PvP quests. Slayers have a lot more things to do while they progress, like they have to repair their blade and stuff, just like in Demonfall. There's crafting, stuff like that. You can improve your sword. You have to do final selection to get a Nichiren sword, and also get like a Hayori and stuff like that. It's pretty easy to do. It took me, I literally did it on my first try, but just really try and stay alive. Obviously, I'm not going to guide you through final selection here, but yeah. Let's talk about the end game for this game. Now, there's a lot of things. We've got the Slayer mark, and on top of that, we also have the see-through world, the bright red Nichiren, and Surge mode. Both races do have Surge, so I'll just talk about that first. Surge is basically like, basically Bankai. All right, like just in basic terms, compare it to like Visored Mask or Bankai or something like that. It just gives you a really big boost in stats, and you get it by performing good actions during a fight, like parrying, dodging attacks, hitting somebody. To unlock Surge, you have to be level 100, and then you have to do like a big old quest. I don't even know what the quest is, because I'm only like level 50 or 60. But after obtaining Surge, once you hit level 200, then you can get Surge V2, which is just a better version, and you get like a cutscene and stuff like that with it. On top of that, you get like cool M1 effects and stuff like that, and your sword has like permanent breathing on it. It's pretty sick. Anyways, to get Slayer mark, you also have to be level 200, and this is basically the end game. This is like end game. Now Slayer Mark, you have to have Surge already on just to actually unlock it, and it is a pretty big boost in stats, because with Slayer Mark you get not only just a boost, but you also get see-through world, and you get your bright red Nichiren. The end game for demons is kind of similar. For the end game, there's a thing called final form. Basically, final form is just Muzan's form. So yeah, it's pretty much the same thing as Slayer Mark requirements. But yeah, this form is pretty crazy. You get a lot of range on your like demon whips, M1s and stuff like that. I don't know exactly everything that it does, but first of all, it's just drippy as shit, and second of all, it's pretty OP. Now there's also a thing called extrasensory perception that you get if you're a demon. I don't know what you need for it, but I'm pretty sure you just need pretty good stats. If you want to look it up, then you can. But basically what it does is you can see the location of everybody around you. Now demons can also become evolved, which is a kind of endgame thing. I don't know exactly how you obtain it because I'm not a demon, but I'm pretty sure you get it before you get final form, obviously. And what this does is evolved demons are able to get a total of 2 innates instead of 1. So I'm pretty sure an innate is just a demon art, but I'm not really sure. So overall, there is a lot, because I definitely yapped about that for quite a bit of time. So to be honest, if you want something to do for a long time, because they do have like lore and stuff, and even if you are max level, you can still do PDs and get like upper moon rank if you really are into the game. But overall, do I think it's worth $30, 3k Robux? Honestly, no, I don't. $30 is kind of OD, but I mean, they do want to keep it as a closed community game, which is I think the reason that they keep it so high priced. They just don't want that many people playing it, but there's still a lot of people playing it. Even still, like there's at least 2 or 3k active when there's only 6k people that even have the game. But again, I only say get this game if you know what you're getting into and you do want to play the game, because there's obviously no refunds. If you want the game but you're just broke, you could either wait in the Discord for a wave, which my friend was waiting for a few months, he didn't get it, or you could enter my giveaway, and I'll be giving away one of these on stream later. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you next time. Peace.